Hey everybody, and welcome to Make a Move with JB. Today I have a special guest with us. We have Gilberto El Zurdo Ramírez. El Zurdo is translated to the lefty. So Zurdo is a lefty, he's a southpaw fighter, and he's come here to speak with us today on his upcoming fight against Dmitrii Bivol, which he will be fighting for the WBA light heavyweight title, the WBA super light heavyweight title. Right, so he's coming up from 168 pounds, which he was a world champion in. He decided to move up. He is still undefeated. You want to let him know your record?
Yeah, 44-0 and 30 knockouts.
44-0, 30 knockouts. And now he's challenging the current WBA world champion in Dmitrii Bivol. He is the man who beat the man, which is basically Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez being the pound for pound king at that time. Dmitrii Bivol defeated him by unanimous decision in Las Vegas, Nevada, to take the WBA world title. And now Zurdo Ramírez decided to challenge him. He has been the WBA mandatory for over a year now. It's been since December, I believe, right?
Yeah.
That's when he was the mandatory challenger for the title. Dmitrii Bivol decided to fight Canelo Alvarez instead of fighting the mandatory, which makes some sense due to the fact that it is a financial decision, right? A good financial decision in fighting the pound for pound Canelo Alvarez. Now coming off that victory makes his performance, or may make his performance, much more important, right, to the boxing community and just for him himself, just to prove himself against a fighter like Bivol, who has been proven due to the fact that he did defeat Canelo Alvarez. So Zurdo, please tell us, how do you feel in? How do you feel coming into this training camp?
Well, I feel great right now. It's 1 week out for going to Dubai, and 1 week hard week for the 1 week. The hard week is done, and then I'm excited to go Abu Dhabi. First, I want to be 1 week in Dubai, then 1 week in Abu Dhabi for the last preparation for the training camp and be prepared for the time. It's different. The weather is kind of same as a Mazatlan. And I'm excited because it's a world title November 5th. Don't miss it. New world champion from Mexico, Mazatlan, Sinaloa.
There you go. You heard it first here. November 5th is the fight date. It will be televised on the Zone, so you can tune in, subscribe. Make sure that you do not miss this fight. You're going to want to watch it. There's a lot of things that I believe you're going to be seeing on November 5th. But starting with Zurdo, how has training camp been so far for this fight?
Well, it's been really well. Training hard like always, and it will be it been good vibes all the time in breakout boxing gym. And it's exciting because I've been chasing this dream for so long, and now it's right in the corner. And it's exciting for me to become two-time world champion as a Mexican, represent all the Mexican people, obviously from Mazatlan, Sinaloa. And it's exciting to get this belt because right now Dmitrii Bivol, everyone knows him because he been one of the greatest in boxing, obviously Canelo. And now people will know Zurdo Ramírez, the whole potential that I have, and he's great.
Great to hear. So now that Dmitrii Bivol is proven against Canelo Alvarez, I assume that your performance will be so much more important now due to the fact that everybody will be seeing who you'll be fighting against.
Yeah.
Did you get impatient when Dmitrii Bivol decided to fight Canelo instead of you?
Well, the beginning, I was like a little sad, a little mad because I couldn't get that fight. But now it makes sense because right now he beat Canelo. Everyone knows Dmitrii Bivol. And like I say, it's the right time at the right moment. And right now is my time because everyone knows Dmitrii Bivol, and now everyone will know me because he beat one of the greatest.
That's right. So you said earlier on that you're gonna fulfill a big dream of yours, right?
Yeah.
To become world champion once again. So when did this dream begin? Tell us about that. Let's take a sidetrack from the beginning, how you began boxing, and when you decided that you were gonna become a world champion.
Well, I started boxing when I was 12 years old, and I get in boxing because we did sparring at the street, and sometimes I get beat in the street. and I just tried to learn boxing. I didn't try to be as a boxer, a professional boxer, or amateur like gold medalist. But at the end of the day, I came in boxing when I was 12, and then I did like eight, nine amateur fights. I lost the first eight, and then I started getting to it because I want to win. I want to win, and I want to get a medal, like a gold medal. And then my dream was like I saw some corners in the gym, and they was a professional boxer, and I was like, damn, this is cool. I wanna be a professional boxer. And then when I turned 18, and I become professional boxer, and then I did like 4 or 5 fights, and then I found one time in the TV, and they paid me good. They paid me a good money, and I was like, damn, dude, I want to do it.
Wow, okay. That's very interesting. Now you hear it first on how Zurdo Ramirez had begun in Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico.
Yep.
And it seems that the mics are a little wrong, so we're gonna have to talk up a little bit higher. They just told me. So that's interesting, man. And where were you when this fight was finally finalized and confirmed? You got the call. What were you doing at the time?
Well, I was here at the gym. I was here at the gym training because I was with Chris. It was Sunday, and normally we train Sunday afternoon. And I was here, and someone called me and told me, "Hey, you got the fight." I think I was Robert Diaz. He called me. He told me, "Hey, you have the fight. And let's do it." I was like, "Yeah, let's do it. This is my time. This is my moment. I've been waiting for this opportunity."
So how excited were you when you got the call? What was your feeling at the moment?
Well, I felt like really excited, like proud of myself because I wanna face one of the greatest in boxing, and I think he should be in the pound for pound fighter and in the list, and me too. After this fight.
After this fight, there's a lot running on this fight. I mean, with him beating Canelo Alvarez, it just shows your performance, your talent. Once you're able to defeat him, I assume that's where you're coming from. And it's going to be very interesting. I, myself, as a boxing fan, am very excited for it. I think anything can happen, but I also feel that the fans haven't got to see entirely what Zurdo Ramirez is capable of. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're right. They've been seeing the best shape of Zurdo Ramirez, and I think every preparation is going different. And I prepare different. I prepare like hard, like always. But it will be interesting. This one, it will be exciting and totally different. So they will see a totally different Zurdo, and they will be like, hey, this is a real deal.
Okay, so totally different Zurdo, which meaning you must have had a long training camp. When did that begin? For this camp at least?
So I'm always in the gym, but I think it's like 2 months already.
2 months, where you officially just
Yeah.
brought it all in. Okay. Okay, and how has training camp been going so far?
Well, I think it's been great. Like I say, it's been good vibes, exciting, and training hard like always, mentally and physically prepared for going to a war, going to take the belt.
And also, how was your experience in Abu Dhabi? Because I believe you were in Abu Dhabi for the press conference, right? Which you got to see face to face with Dmitrii Bivol. You know, what was your interaction with him? Did you feel him nervous? Did you feel some animosity or just respect overall?
No, I think he was uncomfortable and insecure. And I was like, I want this, and I saw him at their eyes, and I mean, I want everything that he has right now, and I want to prove myself. And November 5th that I can take it. I can take everything.
How did the fans out there greet you? The fans from Abu Dhabi.
Well, at the beginning, I was like, no one will know me here because it's another part of the earth, another part of the country, and I was really surprised because people know me already there, and I was like, damn, this is cool. And I saw some guys, and I don't know what they say, but they speak in Arabic, and they say hi, and they take pictures, and I mean, it was great. And the city was beautiful, really clean, and I love it. I love the weather is kind of like same as Mazatlan, and I mean, I feel like at home.
Okay, so you're able to climatize
Yeah.
very well because of the similarity in the weather in Mazatlan.
Yeah, so the time change is like 11 hours different.
Okay, but you were able to adapt well to that as well?
Yeah.
And you don't have any issues coming into the fight, and I mean, not into the fight, but I guess 2 weeks before the fight and being able to climatize to also the time difference.
No. I think it will be fine. Even I've been once in China, and I went 7 days before the fight, and it was totally fine.
How I know that you're familiar with Bivol from years ago. You bumped into him at different events, different gyms. How did you ever have in your mind, you know what, this is a guy that I could fight in the future? Was that something that crossed your mind every now and then?
Yeah, of course. Even we shared the ring, we trained together, same gym, and always I was like, oh, eventually I want to move up. And he was already a champion in 75. I was champion in 68,
Okay.
and eventually I was like, I want to move up and face this guy. And now is the time, and I've been chasing him for 2 years already. But I mean, he's great because I want to face the best of boxing, and I want to become a legend. I want to make my legacy, and this is the fight that people need to see.
This is a fight that everybody needs to see.
This is the fight that people they've been asking so much, and that this is. I mean, we have to give to the fans what they have.
Exactly. That is November 5th. It will take place, so don't miss out. We're gonna scoot up our seats just a little bit. That's okay, Zurdo. I hear that the sound is a little low, so we're gonna have to get a little closer. So you becoming a little familiar with Bivol, interacting on different gyms here in LA, right?
Yeah.
You guys even got the opportunity to spar each other a while back, right? It was a few years ago. Now you tell me, how did those sparrings go? Did you feel like you got the advantage? Tell me a little bit of what you can share with us.
Well, I think it was great. It was great work. I think I dominated a little bit, and I mean it was great at the time because, like I said, I was 68, he was 75, and we didn't know it was like it would be like a fight each other. But I knew that I want to fight him eventually, and it was it was a great job because I always try to have a hard sparring at the gym like as champions, and I mean it's great. It's a great opportunity to grow up as a boxer.
You know, that's something interesting, an interesting topic that you just touched upon on how invested you are in sparring, right? How much you enjoy it. We'll go to that a little later. I'm also going to ask another question about Bivol. Do you see him different now to when you used to spar with him, and how different is he as a fighter?
Well, I think we grew up as a fighter. He been fighting many times, me too, and I moved up already, and I feel my body is totally different because I mean I'm light heavyweight. I think I want to take over this division, and I mean he been doing great job in light heavyweight, but now it's Zurdo time.
Zurdo time, that's what we're gonna call it. So what advantages did you have back then that actually helped you in the sparrings?
Well,
Because you were the smaller man, you were 168 pounds,
yeah,
right?
but I was taller than him, and I have my reach and everything, and my brain too. That's the best because I like to change the rhythm. I like to change the styles, and always I'm trying to be different in the ring.
Okay. And I've noticed that you do plenty of sparring. I mean, I've been here a couple times and I've seen how many rounds you do. Sometimes you'll do a little over 12 rounds in sparring. But it seems more importantly that you really enjoy it. You enjoy being in there. You enjoy finding, almost like a chess match, finding a way to beat these guys and finding a way kind of to play with them to, put punches here, punches there. When did that begin? When did that passion, that aspiration, along with joyfulness inside this ring?
Well, I don't know. Every time that I jump in the ring, my mind changes, and I want to beat the guys and try to do my best and try to be better all the time. And I mean, it's great because sometimes I have a good challenge in front of me, and I want I want to take it. I want to do really good job and feel myself like proud, like I did it. And I mean, it's great feeling. That's why I'm getting into boxing, because I love boxing.
How many rounds? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I love to be in the ring with with the good guys and good sparring.
Well, I mean, that's what continues to bring you up for greatness, right? In my opinion, right? For them to have that passion, to live it in every minute, enjoy it every minute, right? How many rounds would you say you have sparred so far for this training camp? I mean, just a quick estimate.
Well, I don't know.
A ton. You don't even count.
Yeah. Well, for me, I don't care how many rounds that I'm doing or how many rounds that I did. I said that I feel ready. That's fine.
That makes total sense. I mean, it's very clear and obvious that that's the way that you fight. But I had to ask for the fans, for the fans to understand this. And I got to go back and say exactly, explain to you what sparring is for some of those who don't know the term. Sparring is a practice fashion of a fight, right? All you have is a headgear, big gloves for more protection to prepare you for the fight. And once the fight comes, you wear smaller gloves, of course, no headgear, no shirt. That's what the ladies like. You don't get to see no shirts.
But what happened with 16 ounce glove, and I mean, we don't play boxing.
You don't play boxing. I mean, it shows it.
Play,
It's like a little scrape. It doesn't seem like it was a punch, more of a scrape, in my opinion.
It was a kiss.
That's what it was, a kiss. A hard one, a hard kiss. But yeah, so how do you think Bivol will fight you on November 5th?
Well,
without giving too much, of course. I mean, I respect.
I think he will take the distance all the time because he tried to be patient, take the rhythm all the time, and take to do his fight. But for me, it will be exciting, different, totally different. I will take advantage for my reach. I will take advantage from my brain, my preparation for everything that I have right now.
Now, coming into training camp, did you already have an idea of how you're going to fight Bivol? And if you did you also switch it up or kind of, just I guess add a few things with Chu, your trainer, right? Julian Chu?
We prepare for plan A, B, and C. We prepare for everything. Like I said, I'm prepared for going to the war and take a belt, take everything that he has. And I mean, it's been a really good training camp. And you've been a couple times here. I feel sharp, I feel strong, and fast too.
How was it? Tell me again, one more time. Just to enlighten the fans. Growing up in Mazatlan, Sinaloa, and coming into this position now where you're already a world champion, you're going for another world champion. How do they greet you? How do they see you? How do you interact with the fans in Mazatlan again now?
Well, it's great because I've been like the past Friday, I went there and people is really excited about the fight. It's really excited, and even if they proud to be a Mazatlan for Mazatlan, Sinaloa, and proud to be Mexican, obviously. And I mean, they're great. I enjoy Mazatlan. I love the people from there, and the people they
love you. It seems like.
Yeah, they love boxing too.
Yeah, very true. That's just the Mexican tradition, right? But I also saw that you invited young children, the youth, to come out to run with you in the mornings. I think I saw like 50 kids on your social media that were running alongside you, right along the beach. And how was that experience for the kids to come out, the youth, and just everyone in general?
It was great. It was a great experience for me because I didn't expect, like, it was a gift for me. I didn't expect that gift that people want to be there. Even like people saw all the kids, they saw me and they started running with me. And I was like, damn, this is excited and it's motivation too for me, even for them too, because they were like, oh, Zurdo, you're my idol. I want to be like you. I told them, no, you will be better than me. Don't try to be like me. Try to be better.
That is very nice to hear. From a young fighter like yourself and who's challenging for a second world title, right? You were almost being seen like a young Muhammad Ali. When he went out and took all the kids. I'm just simulating that situation, right? You taking the kids out, inviting them out, or if anyone just got off the car and wanted to run with you, well, for them to be there, being a part of the Zurdo camp, I think was very special, right? And I applaud you for that as a young fighter. I will also ask, not changing it up a little bit, what will Gilberto Ramírez do the minute you win that fight on November 5th?
What I will do in November 5th?
Right after. Say when you come back to Mazatlan. All right, what's the first thing you're going to eat? After, give me that. Burger, pizza, sushi.
No, I think a big tomahawk.
There you go.
I want to eat it all and get a red wine.
There you go. Actually, I mean, you have been cutting down weight, even though you did move up to light heavyweight, right? But you're still cutting down quite a bit, right? So you had to slim down several pounds. How are you feeling right now towards the end of camp?
Well, I feel strong. I feel ready, and well, I'm big for being a light heavyweight. I'm big, and I think eventually I want to move up cruiserweight too, and even why not to think it heavyweight like 4 or 5 division, because they have a new division. It's
That's right, bridgerweight. I think.
Bridgerweight. Bridgerweight.
That's correct.
I can become 5-time champion, 5-time world champion.
How? I don't want to get too ahead of myself, and we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. But just out of an estimate from your body and how it's growing, what would you say you move up again? Just, I mean, an estimate.
Maybe in 2 years.
Maybe in 2 or 3 years.
2, 3 years.
Okay. Well, come November 5th, you have one, of course, one obstacle to surpass and a big challenge. Exactly. And we, wish you nothing but the best. But also, I mean, there's so many more questions on this line that people had emailed me what to ask Zurdo Ramírez. And let's see, one person asked, where'd you get the nickname from? Well, I explained earlier, he is Zurdo, right? He is a lefty, which that's where he got Zurdo from.
Zurdo. I'm a lefty.
Yeah. And so going back to Mazatlan, what would be the first thing that you do there? In Mazatlan, Sinaloa. A ver.
Well,
They're gonna do a festival for you. They're gonna do a parade, a carnival.
I think they will do a parade, and I will eat a scallop.
Some scallops.
I love scallop.
Mazatlan is known for that, right?
Seafood,
Yeah, Mazatlan is known for the scallop, the seafood, the shrimp, octopus.
Everything is fresh, and there is nice. The people is nice too, and after fun
We'll go.
Yeah.
So you're gonna catch Zurdo Ramírez in Mazatlan eating the best seafood. But first, he has this obstacle on November 5th. Yes, November 5th in Abu Dhabi. It will be televised on the Zone. Make sure to tune in. You don't want to miss it. It's gonna be a great fight. I think stylistically speaking, it's a great matchup. And I've been here, like Zurdo said, I've been seeing some of his sparrings, and I think that he's gonna surprise a lot of people. And that being Bivol as well, but Bivol's a good fighter as well. I mean, I'm not going to deny that. He's a good fighter who has plenty of talent, and he's not going to make it easy, but I mean, he has another great young fighter in Zurdo Ramírez, and I think we're all going to be entertained come November 5th. So definitely don't miss out. You want to watch this fight, and now you heard it first here on Make a Move with Jessie Vargas and Zurdo Ramírez. Thank you so much for your time. I know you're in training camp. You're leaving to Abu Dhabi very soon. So have a safe fight. We wish you the best of luck. And thank you all for tuning in. We're definitely going to have Zurdo Ramírez on afterwards. Is that okay with you?
Of course.
After the fight, once he has his world title, right?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
The 2-division world champion.
Great for me. And thank you everyone. Don't miss the fight November 5th. And arriba Mazatlan. Arriba Mexico, cabrones.
There you go. Thank you for tuning in to Make a Move with JB. We will have much more content to come. Please subscribe and like if you like this video. Thank you. Take care now.